Susan Gardner here from Municipal World. Joining me in our media center is Ryan Walter. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ryan delivered a very powerful keynote this morning about leadership, and your experiences informed, of course, by a really great background in the NHL.
Thank you.
So you talked to the administrators this morning about high-performing teams.
Yeah.
The mistake that we sometimes make, thinking that high-performing teams are founded in action, but in reality, it's something different.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, actually, that's a great point. Action's so important. I mean, that's what we see. That's what we hold accountable. So it's very important. And action is actually sort of a double whammy because it can inform belief system and mindset. But the mindset and belief system and that sort of, we call it the inner game, is really the prime deliverer of action. So you can have, my example would be when I was playing minor hockey, there was 20 other kids that had more talent than I had. And really the question I always ask people is, why did I play in the NHL? Well, I give my mom and dad all the credit because they grew a little Ryan Walter that seemed to have a belief system and a mindset that said, okay, so I busted a knee, no problem. We'll rehabilitate that. I'm a hockey player. So identity sometimes is actually one of the key drivers. So belief system, mindset of the action that we take, not necessarily the skill we have.
So in an organization, a municipal organization or business organization, belief systems can be important. And if you find yourself in an organization that's kind of more on that negative end of the spectrum, how can you work to change that as
Wonderful.
a leader?
What a great question. I think leadership is sort of throughout the organization. Leaders tend to be positional. So we can talk about both, as a leader positionally. We need, and I hope I had a chance to challenge your awesome people there, but what I'm learning is that our people assimilate our energy. So as a leader, the first move is us. And that's always true of leadership, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think this idea that faces are the prime shifter of energy, it's a powerful piece. It's a reminder for me. But if we are within the context of maybe not a positional leadership, in positional leadership, and we're just, in the context of leading our culture, I like this idea of being a thermostat instead of a thermometer. So there's so many people in life that go, oh, it's cold in this team, I'm going to leave. And that's okay. If you have to leave, you leave. But I think great people that are, excited about leadership go, no. I'm going to be the change that this organization needs. And I'm going to change the temperature instead of just telling the temperature. I think that's such a powerful piece. And I really hope that encourages people at every position to really believe in leadership and that leadership is influence. So what kind of influence do I have today?
Okay. So a lot of the folks you were talking to here today have just come through municipal elections, and that's true in a lot of communities across the country right now. So some of them are playing with the same team, or mostly the same team, a few trades, to borrow your language.
Yeah.
But for those who have significant change, they got a whole new team or significantly new team. What kind of advice do you have for them?
It's really good. I think that, there's Aristotle said that thoughts are causes. So I think the first thing as a leader, we have to think, okay, so, what are the things that I can help put in place to influence the thinking of my people in a positive way? So, who am I is the first question as a leader. I've got to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction. And then how do I influence mindset in our team? And some of that we talked this morning is around the experiences of our culture. That is such a huge piece that I think people get intuitively, but they don't really play it out, So what kind of experiences does our culture need? I'll give you an example. People don't realize how powerful having a barbecue on Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Like getting a team together socially is such a powerful piece. And yet we all go, they don't really want to do that. They just want to get home. Most teams love that barbecue. So when we create an experiential sort of opportunity for our team to get better, to be at that next level, we can really help, I believe, the mindset, the belief system, the energy of our team.
Okay, so great advice as you're going forward with your new teams on council and in your community and in your workplace. Thank you so much, Ryan,
Our
for
pleasure.
joining us. It was really nice chatting with you.
Thank you, Susan. Awesome.
So-